What if the greatest weakness isn't trusting the wrong person, but believing that everyone deserves your trust? History has shown that some of the most intelligent leaders, strategists, and philosophers didn't rise to power because they trusted people. They survived because they understood human nature better than anyone else. But here's the question: why do the wisest people trust almost no one? By the end of this video, you'll discover why intelligent people are naturally cautious, why blind trust often becomes the beginning of betrayal, how Machiavelli viewed loyalty, friendship, and power, and why learning who not to trust may become one of the most valuable skills of your life. The answer is far darker than most people realize. Imagine spending years helping your friends. You answer every phone call. You celebrate every success. You remain loyal through difficult times. Then one day, you need them. Suddenly, everyone becomes busy. The people who once promised loyalty disappear. The conversations become shorter. The support becomes silence. And in that painful moment, you realize something: they never valued your kindness. They only valued your availability. This is the moment that changes how many intelligent people see the world forever. Most people believe trust creates relationships. Psychology suggests something more complicated. Trust is essential, but unconditional trust can become a vulnerability. Human beings are influenced by self-interest, status, fear, and changing circumstances. A person's behavior can shift when power changes, opportunities appear, or personal incentives outweigh loyalty. This doesn't mean everyone is dishonest. It means trust should grow through consistent actions, not assumptions. Few people realize that betrayal often begins long before the act itself. It starts with ignored warning signs, small inconsistencies, broken promises, resentment, and the most dangerous part: these signs usually appear while someone is still smiling. From an evolutionary perspective, humans developed strong social bonds because cooperation increased the chances of survival. But those same social systems also created competition. People compete for attention, for influence, for resources, for status. This creates a constant tension between cooperation and self-interest. Machiavelli observed politics through this lens. He understood that appearances can be carefully managed. Someone may look loyal while privately pursuing a different goal. That's why emotionally intelligent people don't judge others only by words. They observe patterns, consistency, behavior under pressure, a character during success, and especially character during conflict, because when circumstances change, people often reveal who they truly are. But here's what almost nobody tells you. The first person who betrays your trust usually doesn't look like an enemy. They often look like a friend, and that's where psychology becomes truly dangerous. Why the most intelligent people trust no one. Niccolo Machiavelli didn't spend his life studying perfect people. He studied ambitious rulers, generals, politicians, and those who gained power, only to lose it because they trusted the wrong person. Living in Renaissance Italy, he witnessed alliances that lasted only until they were no longer useful. Friends became rivals, advisors switched loyalties. Promises disappeared when power shifted. These experiences shaped one of his most enduring observations. People often act according to changing interests rather than permanent loyalty. This doesn't mean genuine loyalty never exists. It means wisdom requires distinguishing between words and consistent actions. The most effective leaders didn't assume trust. They evaluated it over time. And that simple habit often determined whether they survived or failed. But here's the part almost nobody notices. Sometimes the people who praise you the most can become the first to abandon you when circumstances change. Why? Because admiration and loyalty are not the same thing. And confusing the two can become one of the most expensive mistakes you'll ever make. So how do intelligent people decide whom to trust? Not by listening to promises, but by observing patterns. They notice who supports them when there is nothing to gain. They notice who celebrates their success without turning the conversation back to themselves. They notice who remains calm under pressure instead of changing their principles for convenience. Most importantly, they don't rush relationships. Trust is built slowly, broken quickly, and restored only through consistent behavior. Here's another habit. Highly intelligent people rarely reveal everything about themselves at once. Not because they want to manipulate others, but because they understand that information is valuable. The more people know about your fears, your weaknesses, your future plans, the easier it becomes for the wrong person to use those things against you. Privacy is not paranoia. It is emotional discipline. Psychologists often describe healthy trust as something that develops gradually through reliability, honesty, and shared experiences. That means trust is earned, not automatically given. Few people realize this. The strongest relationships aren't built on constant agreement. They're built on repeated evidence that someone acts with integrity, even when it's difficult. But here's where the story becomes even darker. Sometimes betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the people you've known the longest. And understanding why that happens changes everything. In the next, but everything changes. The moment betrayal enters the picture. Most people think betrayal begins with an action, a lie, a secret, a broken promise. It doesn't. Betrayal usually begins much earlier. Inside the human mind, long before someone turns against you, their emotions begin to change. And that's where almost everyone fails to notice the warning signs. One of the most uncomfortable truths about human nature is this. People don't always resent your failures. Sometimes, they resent your success. Imagine two friends who started their journey together. Both dreamed of becoming successful. Both promised they would always support each other. But over time, one continues growing. The other remains exactly where they started. At first, nothing changes. They still laugh together, still meet each other, still call each other friends. But slowly, comparison begins. Every achievement becomes a silent reminder of what one person hasn't accomplished. Psychologists have long studied social comparison, our tendency to measure ourselves against others. For some people, another person's success becomes motivation. For others, it can trigger insecurity or envy. This isn't because success is wrong. It's because insecurity changes perception. The intelligent person understands something most people ignore. Jealousy rarely announces itself. It hides behind sarcasm, behind fake compliments, behind passive-aggressive jokes, behind "I'm just being honest," behind silence when you succeed, and excitement when you fail. That's why actions matter more than words. Machiavelli understood that appearances can be carefully controlled. People know how to look loyal. They know how to sound supportive. But consistency cannot be faked forever. Eventually, character reveals itself, not during comfort, but during pressure. Watch how people react when you receive recognition. Watch who disappears when you need help. Watch who remembers you only when they need something. Patterns reveal intentions far more reliably than promises. Here's where psychology becomes even darker. The most intelligent people don't become cold because they hate humanity. They become careful because experience teaches them that trust is valuable, and anything valuable should never be given away without reason. Notice what truly wise people do. They don't accuse everyone. They don't isolate themselves from the world. They simply observe before they invest. Whether it's friendship, business, or love, they let time reveal character. Because time exposes what words often hide, few people realize that patience is one of the greatest forms of intelligence. Anyone can trust quickly. Wisdom waits, wisdom watches, wisdom remembers. And that patience often prevents years of regret. Here's the truth that surprises almost everyone. Machiavelli wasn't arguing that every person is your enemy. He was pointing out that blind trust is not the same as wisdom. Many people misunderstand his philosophy because they focus only on power. But beneath his observations lies a deeper lesson. Human nature changes under pressure. A loyal friend may remain loyal for years, until fear enters the picture. A trusted business partner may act with integrity, until greed becomes stronger than principle. A respected leader may appear honest, until power is threatened. The real lesson is not to become suspicious of everyone. The real lesson is to understand that character is revealed over time, especially when circumstances become difficult. That's why the wisest people never make permanent judgments based on temporary behavior. They give people opportunities. But they also pay attention to patterns, because patterns predict future behavior far better than promises ever will. So what should you actually learn from all of this? Not fear, not paranoia, not isolation. Instead, remember these 3 principles. Rule 1. Trust. Slowly trust should never be based only on charm, confidence, or first impressions. Real trust grows from repeated honesty, accountability, and consistent actions over time. Anyone can appear trustworthy for a day. Character is revealed over months and years. Rule 2. Watch actions more than words. Words are easy, promises are easy, commitments are easy, but behavior tells the real story. Ask yourself, who keeps their word when no one is watching? Who supports others without expecting something in return? Who remains respectful when they disagree? Those are the people who deserve a place in your life. Rule 3. Protect your peace. Not everyone deserves complete access to your thoughts, goals, or personal struggles. Healthy boundaries aren't walls built from fear. They're filters built from wisdom. The most emotionally intelligent people know that privacy is not secrecy, it's self-respect. They don't hide because they're afraid. They choose carefully because they've learned that trust is valuable. And valuable things should be shared with care. The deeper truth. Here's something few people realize. The smartest people in the room are rarely the loudest. They don't feel the need to prove themselves to everyone. They observe, they listen, they ask questions, and they let time reveal what emotions try to hide. This quiet patience isn't weakness, it's discipline, because when you understand human nature, you stop reacting to appearances. You begin responding to evidence. That single shift can protect your relationships, your career, your reputation, and your peace of mind. One day, someone will promise loyalty. Someone else will offer friendship. Another person will tell you that you can trust them completely. Don't reject them. But don't surrender your trust instantly either. Let time speak. Let action speak. Let consistency speak. Because trust isn't proven in moments of comfort. It's proven in moments of pressure. Perhaps intelligence isn't measured by how many people you trust, but by how wisely you choose the few who truly earn it. If this documentary made you see human behavior from a new perspective, subscribe to Mindlytic and join us for more deep explorations into psychology, philosophy, history, and the timeless ideas that continue to shape the modern world. Until the next lesson, remember, The strongest mind isn't the one that trusts no one. It's the one that knows exactly who deserves its trust.